Welcome to your mat today, you guys. My name is Randy. We are going to be doing a vinyasa flow today, really aimed at opening up our bodies. So if you've been off of your mat for a while, we're just going to try to reset, restart. Welcome to yoga. My name is Randy. We're going to be doing a vinyasa flow today, really aimed at just opening up our bodies. If you've been off of your mat for a while, you've taken a few days or weeks off, this is just aimed to get the body flowing again, get everything moving, and just kind of open up. So let's come on to our hands and knees. We're going to start off in cat-cow. Shoulders above the wrists, hips above the knees. Drop your belly towards the floor, pull your chest through your arms, tilt your tailbone up, lift your head. Push into your hands, dome the back, lengthen the tailbone, and really puff up through the shoulder blades. Take a few rounds of this on your own. Exhaling as you dome your back, and inhaling as you pull your chest through your arms. Do whatever feels good here. If you want to do a few barrel rolls and move your chest from side to side as well, that's a great option. The next time you find yourself in neutral, bring your right knee in towards your chest. We're going to do a few hip rolls. So then pull your knee out towards the right and then point it back towards the back of the room. And we'll take a few of these hip rolls here. Just loosening into our joints, and then go the other way, counterclockwise. Kick your right leg out towards the side of the room. Place the sole of the foot or the inside edge of your right foot onto the floor, and then you're just going to sink your hips back towards your heel, as far back as it feels comfortable. And we're just going to floss into it here as we open up the back of that right leg. Lubricate into our hip joints. Beautiful. Sweep your right arm up towards the sky. And then weave it under the left arm. Pull back on the left hip. And then bring your right hand back to the starting point and draw your right knee back to where it came from. Left knee in towards the chest, out towards the side of the room and back. We'll take those hip rolls on our second side. And then counterclockwise. Good. Kick your left foot out towards the side of the room and sink your hips back towards your heels. And of course, take this at your own pace. You could stop if you feel a spot that you feel like you need to work into a little bit more. Spend a little more time there. Good. Next time your shoulders come forward, sweep your left arm up towards the sky. Good. And then weave your arm under your right arm. Tug the right hip back. And then left hand back by the right. And bring the left knee back in. Push your hips up, down dog. Pedal into the feet, first down dog of the day, so really make it feel good. Ski your heels from one side of the mat to the next if that feels good in your side body. We can tend to sit into our side body a lot throughout the day, so it always feels good to give it a nice stretch. Bring your feet to center. Lift your right hand up off of the floor and then reach back to your left calf or ankle and find one spot to grab at there, and then pull gently on your left calf and spin your chest open towards the left side of the room. You could bend the right knee and sink the left hip back to just get a little bit more stretch on that left side body. All right, bring the right hand back. Take your left hand and grab the right calf or the right ankle. Spin your chest open to the right side of the room. Bend that left knee if you'd like, and tug back on the right hip. And breathe. Good. Release. Listen carefully. Instead of sweeping your right leg back, I want you to sweep it to the side of the room. And then bring it back in, probably a few inches closer to where it was before to your hands. And then take your left foot, kick it out, slice it towards the side of the room, and then bring it a few inches forward of the right. So we're walking our feet up here, but we're doing a little external rotation before we do it. Slice your left foot out, walk it forward. Slice your right foot, walk it forward, slice your left, walk it forward. We're in our forward fold here. You could bend at the knees, drape your ribs over your thighs, and just hang. If it feels good, you can clasp your hands behind your back and then straighten, keeping a micro bend in your elbows, and pull your hands, reaching forward. And breathe. You can sway from side to side here. And feel that release. Good. Release the grip on your hands if you clasped them behind your back, and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Walk your feet forward. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Bring your left knee in towards the chest, and then sweep it back behind your right leg. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and gently pull over towards the right side of the room. So you get this nice, beautiful opening on the left side body. Come through center, bring the right knee into the chest, sweep it around back behind the left leg. Grab the right wrist with your left hand and make this beautiful crescent moon shape with your body. Getting that nice stretch on the right side. Good. Come through center. Hands reach up. Tiptoe your feet out, squeegee them so they're about hips distance or a little bit further apart. We're going to go into a malasana here. Malasana. Sink your hips down towards your heels. You can always roll up a cloth, a towel, anything like that, or just pop up onto the balls of your feet. Hands come to the floor. And we're going to press into our hands, jump, step, or hop into chaturanga. Up dog. And down dog. Good. Take an inhale. Jump, step, hop to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Roll your spine up. Tadasana. Hands come through center. Feet hips distance apart. Sink your hips towards your heels. Hands onto the floor beneath you. Jump, step, hop into your chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. jump, step, hop to the front of the mat. So come onto your tiptoes if you're gonna jump with me. Bend the knees, look to your hands where you wanna go, and then jump to your hands. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Good. Forward fold, and then we're gonna roll up one vertebrae at a time. Arms sweep up, bring them through the chest. Feet hips distance, sink your hips towards the floor. Hands to the floor beneath you, jump, step, hop into your chaturanga. Up dog and down dog. Sweep your right foot towards the sky. And then roll forward, so your knees into your chest now. And then place your foot to the front of the mat. Right hand on the inside of the right foot. Keep your hands here in lizard pose. And take a moment to floss into this. You can rock forward and backwards, side to side. Do whatever feels good in your body right here. Inhale. Exhale, sweep your right arm up towards the sky. And then let your feet follow, turning open to the right side of the mat. So all your toes are pointing towards the right side of the room. Right arm reaches up overhead. Good. Bring your right hand back to where it came from, toes pointing forward. We're going to leave your hands where they're at. Straighten your front leg, bend into your back, so you're at a slight bend, and you're kind of pulling your hips towards the back of the mat. You can come up onto the heel of that front foot or stay on the sole of the foot. You can pop up onto the fingertips and just go as deep as it feels good here. You're stretching your side body, you're stretching the back of that right leg. Good. Walk your hands over to the left. Sink that left hip towards the floor. So you're coming into your full skandasana now. Again, if you need to modify here, modify however you need to. You can be up higher into the squat. You can be lower. You could be on the ball of the foot. Sink your hips to the floor and internally rotate that left knee. Knees bent, facing forward. There we go. Pop up onto the shin, left shin. Sweep your right leg out towards the side of the room. And then reach your left arm up and over, gate pose. Really ground down into the left shin. Tuck your tailbone. And then other side. So sprinkle your left fingertips over outside of your left hip and reach the right arm up overhead and feel long from your toes to your right fingertips. Good. Use your core to pull you back up to center, and then sit your hips back to where they came from. Right leg goes back to where it came from. We're gonna open up our left hip, so we're in this skandasana shape again. Roll up onto that left foot, and you can use some momentum here to do it, or your hands, right? Our hands are a beautiful thing, so use them if you'd like. Push up into your skandasana. Roll forward. Vinyasa. Good. Sweep your left leg up towards the sky. Knee into chest as you roll forward, vertebrae by vertebrae. And then bring that left foot to the top of the mat. Left hand on the inside of the left foot. And do any movements or stay static. If you feel like you need a static hold here, stay there. But if you want some movement, Move forward and back, side to side. Open up. Gaze forward. Inhale. Exhale, sweep your left arm up towards the sky. Ground down into the ball of the back foot. Ooh, I just got a big crack. I wonder if you're going to be able to hear that one. Toes point towards the left side of the room. Open up that side body. Sweep your left arm up overhead. Good. Roll your toes forward. Left hand to the front of the mat. Pop up onto your fingertips. Straighten your left leg as you bend into your right. You can come up on the heel of that front foot and go where it feels good here. So bend that back leg as much or as little as you need to. But feel the stretch in that right side body and the back of the left leg. And breathe. Walk your hands towards your right foot and sink your hips down into your full skandasana. Again, you could be up on the ball of the foot. You could be higher here. Just take a moment to open up. Breathe into any sticky spots. Sink your hips towards the floor. Internally rotate that right leg. Shins on the floor. Left leg is out straight in front of you. Push up onto your shin bone. Sweep your left leg out towards the side of the room. Ground down through the right shin bone. Tuck the tailbone. Your hips are over your knee. And then bend to the left side of the room. Reach your right fingertips over to the left. Come up through center. Sprinkle your right fingertips outside of your right hip and reach your left arm up overhead. Feel long in that left side body. Use your core to bring you back to center. Sink your hips back. Bring your left foot back to where it came from. Open that right leg back up so you're in the skandasana position. You can use your hands or you can use some momentum to roll you forward back into your skandasana on your right foot here. Inhale. Exhale. Ground down through the back foot. Come forward. Hands on the floor. Chaturanga vinyasa. Very good. Come up onto your toes and roll forward, starting at the tailbone. You're going to tuck the tailbone and then keep that momentum vertebrae by vertebrae until you're bringing your shoulders above your wrists. Bend the knees, tilt the tailbone up towards the sky, and then push back to down dog. One more time like that. Come up onto the balls of the feet, tuck the tailbone, roll it forward. Bend the knees, push on back. Good. We're going to jump, step, hop to the front of the mat. So come up onto the balls of the feet, bend the knees if you're taking the jump. Look in between your hands and see if you can get your hips above your shoulders. Good. Forward fold. And then roll on up. Mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink your hips. Chair pose. Sink your hips back. Lengthen the tailbone. Arms can be in prayer at the chest, or you can reach them up overhead. But if you're reaching them up overhead, we have a tendency to have our chest kind of open up when we do that. See if you can keep your ribs knit together. Good. Hands come to the floor. You have a chance to take your crow pose here if you'd like. So hands onto the floor. Pour weight into your fingertips. Bend the arms. And then see if you can suck your heels up towards your booty. And just breathe here. Good. And then you could shoot it back, step it back, and vinyasa. Okay. Good. Starting to feel a little bit more open. Got the blood flowing a little bit. Things are feeling good. Sweep your right leg up towards the sky. Bring it into the chest and slowly roll it forward. Right foot to the top of the mat. Open up, warrior two. Heel toe the right toes to the left a little bit if you need to. And bend into that front right leg. Ground down through the knife edge of your back foot. Arms, your wings are just engaged, one to the back, one to the front. Energy through the arms. Straighten your front right leg. Reach your right arm forward. Fingertips come to the ground, to the shin, to a block. Left arm still reach up towards the ceiling, or if you want a little bit more of a side stretch, you can sweep it over your head, reaching towards the front of the room. Tug back on your right hip. Bend into your front right leg. Right hand tracks forward, pour so much weight into the front foot that the left one lifts up. Hips square to the floor. Warrior three. You can micro bend in that front leg if you'd like. Ground down through all four corners. Find one spot to gaze out on the floor. Kick through that back lifted leg. Lots of energy there. Core's working, everything's working here. Bend into the front right leg. Chest comes down towards the knee. Left leg lifts up towards the ceiling like we're a little birdie trying to peck at something on the floor. And then lift back up, parallel to the floor. Bend into the knee. We're that little birdie again, looking for something on the ground. Push back up, warrior three. Back down. This is the last time, I promise. Kick the left leg up, 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 energy through it, and then push back into it. Left knee behind right ankle, and sink your hips to the floor. Seated twist. Right fingertips back behind your right hip. Left arm can hug the left knee. Or if you want to go a little deeper, you bring your left elbow outside of the right knee. Inhale, we grow long through the spine from the sit bones up through the crown of our head. And as we exhale, we twist our upper spine. Inhale, we grow long. Exhale, we twist. How are you guys feeling? Are you feeling good? Good. Pigeon pose. Right shin bone parallel with the front of the mat. Sweep your left leg back. And when I say parallel with the front leg, that really can be much more in towards the groin. So what is that, perpendicular? I'm like back in grade school now, I feel like. Trying to remember all these words. Wherever it feels good for you is where you need to be. Inhale here. And then exhale, walk your hands forward and bow over your front leg. As always, if you need a block under your hip or under your thigh, left thigh, go for it. I don't know about you, but my right hip is really talking to me right now. There's a lot of things to say about what we were just doing. Woo. Inhale. Let's come on back up. Bring your left leg forward. Both feet out in front of us. We're going to take a forward fold. So inhale, we're going to grow long. From the crown, from our sit bones through the crown of our head. Feel really tall here, and then walk your hands forward gently. Toes pulling back towards your nose. Engage the quads. And the goal isn't to pancake ourselves here to our legs. Our goal right now is just to get that gentle stretch. Long spine. Even here, our inhale, we're going to grow our spine long. And our exhale, we fold a little deeper. And then once you find your depth, you stay there and you breathe. Inhale, we grow long. And exhale, we fold. Inhale, we grow long. And exhale, we fold. Release. However you want to get back into down dog is up to you. You can cross at the knees, cross at the ankles, bring the knees into the chest, hands onto the floor, and then shoot it back. You could walk back. You could just get up and get back into down dog. Sweep your left leg up towards the sky. Knee into chest. Roll it forward. Roll it forward. Roll it forward. Roll it forward. Place left toes onto the floor. Sweep on up into our warrior two. Adjust your stance. That might mean walking your left foot over a little bit. Lengthen the tailbone. Set your core up here, so we're knitting our ribs in. We're lengthening our tailbone, and then we can sink deeper into our left leg, keeping all that integrity in our core. Ground down through the back of the foot, or the back foot, and breathe. Straighten the front leg, reach forward with the left fingertips until we can bend over our front left leg, and fingertips can come to the shin, to the floor, to a block. Right hand reaches up towards the ceiling. I prefer my gaze to be down at the floor here instead of cranking up towards my hand. Pull your left hip back. You could sweep your right arm up towards the wall in front of you or whatever is at the front of your mat. So you're feeling a little extra stretch in the side body. Good. Bend through the front left leg. Left fingertips reach forward. Pour weight into that front leg so much that our right leg just lifts off the floor. Square your hips to the front of the mat. Warrior 3. Find one spot to gaze at on the floor. Ground down through all 4 corners. Kick energy through that back lifted leg. So much energy, it's not slumping down. Don't forget about it. You can have a micro bend in that front left leg. Core is active, everything's working here. Good. Bend the front left leg. Dip your chest down, down, down. Nose is coming towards the ground as the right leg kicks up like your little lever. And then push back up as we straighten the leg a little bit more and come back into warrior 3. Bend the left leg. You're becoming a little lever, kicking the right leg up as your chest bends down. And then we lift back into warrior 3. Woo, one more, y'all. Bend, 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 bend. Right leg's coming up, chest is dipping down, and then push back into warrior 3. Beautiful. Bend the right knee, tuck it behind the left ankle, seated twist. Left fingertips come behind you. You could hug that left knee with your right arm. Or if you want to go a little bit deeper, hook your right elbow over that left knee. But wherever you're at, feel long through your sit bone, from your sit bones through the crown of your head. Inhale. And exhale, spin it open. Inhale, we're growing long. Exhale, spin it open. And just breathe. Good. Release the twist. Bring your left shin bone parallel-ish to the front of the mat. Sweep your right leg back in long. Pigeon pose. Inhale. We're long here. And then exhale, let's bow forward over our left shin bone, making any adjustments or modifications that you need along the way. Another really nice thing to do here is put a block. I wish I had mine right here. I don't know why it's not. But put a block under your head and just kind of mush your third eye into the block and let your head rest there. That feels so good. Come back to your mat if you find your thoughts wandering to other spots. You don't need to be thinking about your to-do list because we're doing this right now. And we can think about that when we get to that. So just breathe and be here. Focus on the feelings inside of your body. Do you find any spots that are stickier or need more attention or are talking to you a little bit more than other areas are? Just notice it. Notice the cadence of your breath. Notice the energy pulsing through your body. Come on out of your pigeon pose. Right leg sweeps forward next to the left. We're coming into our forward fold again, so grow your spine long and then walk your hands forward. And just breathe. Where can you let some some tension go? Where are you holding tension where it doesn't need to be working right now? Is that your jaw? Maybe move that side to side. Are you furrowing your eyebrows? Can you release tension there? Release, come on out of the fold. We're gonna come back into, shoot back into your chaturanga, and then come on up into plank. Just feel this for a moment. We're coming into our last of our active poses. So just be here, push into your hands, hold your plank. Now try this. See if you can lower your forearms and your elbows to the ground as slowly as you can as you lift your hips up towards the sky, dolphin pose. If that didn't work, just come on into dolphin. However you get there is fine. We're going to take a moment to do some inversions. So you can either come on into your forearm balance, you can come into your headstand, you can come back onto your hands and come into your handstand. Wherever you want to take this is all good. I'm going to come into my forearm stand since we're already here. So if you're doing this with me, you can lift your left leg up towards the sky, come up onto the right toes or whatever your dominant foot is. I shouldn't tell you which foot to reach into the sky, whatever one feels most natural. Then come up onto the ball of the other foot as high up on those toes as you can and see if you can get your hips above your shoulders. And you really have to ground into your forearms and your hands here. You could take this closer to the wall, have the wall behind you to help if you're new to this. And find that balance in between your hands and your elbows. Feel your body making all these little micro adjustments to keep you in this position. Active legs, active core, active everything. Whew, come on down. Release. Yogi's choice as far as your back bend goes. You could do camel, full wheel, bridge pose, whatever is going to make you feel good today, go there. I'm going to go into a camel. If you're coming here with me, you can come up onto your shins, hips above your knees, proud chest. Bring your shoulder blades together and down on the back. As you're opening up your chest, hands are on your lower back. And then again, feel your shoulder blades draw towards each other and then down on the back. And feel how that puffs your chest up towards the sky. So draw your shoulder blades together and down, right? And then see if you can reach your right foot, your right hand back, and then maybe your left. You could pop up onto the balls of your feet, give yourself a few more inches. Good, 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 good. Open the front body. One vertebrae at a time. Stack your spine back up. And then sink your hips to your heels. Come onto your back body. Ooh. Okay. Take a moment here, cross your left leg over your right. Hips push over to the left just a little bit, walk them on over, and then let your knees drop to the right, gaze over your left hand. And just breathe. Good. Come back through center. Right leg crosses over left. Walk your hips over to the right just a touch. Let your knees fall over to the left and gaze over the right arm. You can close your eyes down here. Good, release your twist. Stretch your body out. Take up some space here. Let everything melt into the floor. Notice the energy pulsing through your body. Notice your breath. I'm going to leave you here to stay on your mat however long you need. Whenever you feel like you're done, you're finished with your practice, your body has completed this cycle, you could feel free to come on out. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I hope to see you next time.